How big a concern coming in was Pitt's three-point shooting?
Yeah, well, they certainly. You see how well they shoot it from the 5 spot, the 4 spot. Jeter shoots it. Obviously, Artis and Young can shoot it, and then Luther, he hit I thought he hit one in the end of, maybe it was a 2 in the start of overtime. But they're certainly a terrific shooting team. Many guys shoot 40%. They run good offense, and we didn't do a good job. Obviously, a few times they were contested, but a talented offensive team, no doubt.
Take one over here, Andrew.
So your decision to start Kyle today, what did you think of his performance?
Yeah, I mean, he struggled today. Obviously, he got some good looks. We're just looking to try to stretch the floor a little bit. Again, most of the guys, this wasn't a game for Jack, obviously, with the mobility of their forwards and their 4s and 5s. But for the most part, all the guys are going to get opportunities to play in that game. I know Ty didn't play that much, but I was hoping that he's been playing well, that he could maybe stretch the defense a little bit, get some shots to fall, and it just wasn't happening. That's part of growing and learning as a young guy. And he got some lifts offensively. There's certainly good stretches of offensive basketball at times, but to win, you got to be able to try to get some stops when it matters. And I thought they got what they wanted, and that was disappointing. You look at in that first half, especially second half, the second chance points. You look at the free throw disparity once again. We tried to drive hard and get to the line, and then a couple times we got to the line. I think we left a couple of front ends of bonuses. Did we twice miss the front end, or we missed 2? But but we still had a chance. Heck of a shot by London to get it to overtime, and very disappointed that they got out 9 points right away. Got to be better than that. Tighten up some things for sure.
Okay, we'll take Ava and then Mike.
Tony, how much did you have to consider that when you were going with the small ball lineup that you'd be seeding size matchups that were really...
Yeah, they went inside. They're tough that way. I don't think we had much of a chance. At times we had Jared. He did a good job, and Isaiah, but that wasn't even that good of a rebounding team, to be honest with you. But I just thought that was our chance to attack a little bit offensively and spread the floor. And I thought, some guys got going and did some things. But defensively, that wasn't strong, but nor was our traditional lineup real strong defensively, to be honest. Partly credit to their shot-making ability, and Artis in particular when he can do that stuff, and, Young and Jeter. Again, Artis, you can play the ball and rise up, and doesn't even faze him if you're there.
Okay, Mike.
Specifically, the 3 threes they hit to open the overtime, they felt like maybe Jeter got lost a little bit as you were focusing on Young and Artis for obvious reasons. Is that how you saw it?
Yeah, it was breakdowns on our part. We had switched the dribble handoff, and we weren't supposed to leave them open. It was just those breakdowns. Again, maybe not playing as much with 4 guards, but we had the switch, and Isaiah is such a good help defender in the first one. He ran in there and left him wide open when we didn't need that. We had the switch on. So, that happened. And then, again, Jared, I think the one time he was, we were not trapping the post. We were supposed to have responsibilities there, and we just got kind of turned around. We got lost. We got lost a lot defensively. We didn't keep the ball in front. We didn't keep them off the glass, things that'll get you beat. And we got beat, even though we got it to overtime.
Any questions from the Pitt media? Take one in the back middle. Right here.
Right here?
Yep.
How different was it, Tony, defending this team, this offense under Coach Stallings than it has been recently?
Yeah, we're different defensively too. So let me start with that. We've got some issues defensively and offensively. We'll keep addressing them. But today we had issues. We didn't guard, and you can look at our numbers and go on with that. But we couldn't keep the ball. The Pitt couldn't keep it off the glass. But when you have forwards, 4s and 5s that can stretch the defense like that, and they're mobile, it's tough. They were going in that direction last year with Coach Dixon offensively, and then Coach Stallings is a terrific offensive coach, terrific coach. And so they'll run 5-man motion. They're going to spread you out. He took advantage of a couple times, had a unique alignment with that post trap, got a couple easy ones, broke us down. So he did a terrific job, and they're a challenge because of their personnel and the actions that they're running. They're scoring the ball. They're averaging almost 90 a game. So we got them right to where they need it to be, so they'll keep that average.
Okay, take one in front and then a couple more here.
Yeah, you were touching on it some there, Tony, when Pitt's making, outside shots at a frequency of more, especially with guys who are 6'8", 6'9".
Right.
Is there only so much a defense can do, even more talented in those kind of situations?
Yeah, we're not a talented defense right now. Don't make that mistake, and I don't mean to say that disrespectfully. You gotta be able to contest shots a little better than we did. But when you can rise up and shoot the that size and that high of a release point, a few times we were there, but our breakdowns were costly. I'm still steaming about those offensive rebounds and certain things, but yes, because it's unconventional when you got their 5-man out there, Jeter's hitting the shots, then Young can go out and play off the dribble, and then Artis with that size and play off the bounces. It's real good.
Okay, take a couple here. And then one more.
And in addition to rebounding the ball well, Devin has had several good offensive games in a row now. What is he doing maybe with the ball at that end of the court?
Yeah, he hit some shots, made some drives. He rebounded hard. The guys did a lot of good things. I don't want to take away that, and I'll watch the tape and maybe I'll see it differently, but just not used to seeing as many breakdowns as I'm seeing in the key areas to help us get away with a win. But Devin did some good things. He's showing some completeness, driving the ball, knocking down again the mid-range shot, playing real hard, and he had to work. He had a guard. He had a guard tonight as the 4. And there's some good things that happened offensively with Mariel and Devin and London and whoever, whether it was Mamadi, Jared in there, and then whoever. Sometimes we had Darius on the floor. They showed some good stretches offensively, so hopefully we can capitalize on that or grow in that area.
Take one in the middle and then Doug.
Coach, just to make sure I understand you correctly, you're saying you're not a good defensive team, even though the
No, I didn't say. No, he said we're real talented. We weren't a good defensive team tonight.
because the stats say you're the best in the country.
Yeah, no, that's the last couple games, we need to tighten things up. And you can't. There's 3 areas that I talk to our team about all the time that you got to get an A in, and it's transition defense. You don't let the ball get behind you, get out and go in transition. That didn't happen against Florida State. We gave up too many transition buckets where guys would come down and just pull up and shoot in rhythm, big shots. The other one is the ability to be a one-and-done team. Shot goes up, you get people off the glass. Our pack defense positions us to be a good defensive rebounding team. So shots goes up, you have responsibility to get a body on someone, hit them early, and we rebound as a group. And when you give up that many offensive rebounds and give them second chance points, those things just are tears in your defense. So we didn't keep the ball out of the paint. We had a lot of breakdowns that defense isn't something, we can rest on. We've played good defense in the past. It's an all-the-time kind of thing, and it wasn't on all the time. And that's, I just call it like I see it. Maybe I'll watch the tape and see it differently, but there were some big holes tonight that we can't afford against teams of this caliber in this league.
Okay, one more right here.
Just a thought on London's heroics at the end of regulation, and did you sense the team was spent at all going into overtime?
I mean, they play 7 guys. We played, I don't know why I didn't play as many tonight, but I thought, okay, now let's play. Now let's make them earn. Now let's not. And the first 2 or 3 things, we just had those breakdowns, and we're trying. You're not going to be perfect, but I just thought we would make them earn a little more. And it was more one of those games where it felt like we were hoping they'd miss shots. And that's a bad feeling. And it wasn't like we're going to get stops. We're going to be able to make them earn. And if they hit fall away, tough contested 3, so be it. But they were hitting them every which way.
Regulation.
Was he spent himself? Oh.
Talk about what he did to get
Yeah,
to
it's
that.
great. I was sitting there looking at the clock, and it was about an 8-second difference. And should we foul? Shouldn't we? Can we get a stop? And can we just break and get a 3? And it worked out that time. I'm sure had it not, I'd have second-guessed myself, or I'd have thought maybe we should have fouled and tried to extend the game. But the comeback was very good, and the way that those guys finished and made some plays was real positive. So I take that for what it's worth. But I just know we have to be consistently better in some areas defensively to be a really good defensive team.